as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Oh, it shifts past him. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that a nightmarish start to a football game as they give the ball away on the opening kickoff.
And they put their defense in a bind right away. They have to go into protect mode.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
The drive will start with an option going left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the Giants' 4-yard line.
Looks like they'll move things around here. Second and 4. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Ready? Bronco 80. Panther Street. Panther Street. Ready, ready.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive is 6 on the scoreboard.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darty. Open man downfield is Johnson. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Brown goes in motion left. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Catch.
They'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert.
Stop throwing them 4 weeks. You're keeping not ready for those lows.
They take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3.
Tag. Viking 18. Street. Go street. Buffalo 18. Scoop.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. If they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That stop made by Jack Campbell. The Giants had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Ready up!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown, Giants! Malik Neighbors, 38 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second down, and they'll go back to Gibbs. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. You talk about this Giant defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can.
And the Giant rescues Hollis. Down he goes. Abdul Carter able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing, Dart. One incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Made by Slayton. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. Maybe he hits him in stride. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Neighbors. From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
18 Cardinal.
Here's Dart. Quickly into the hands of Robinson. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Ready. Cougar 19. They smash.
Now they'll audible to something else.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Dart going to look to throw here. That's complete. It's Neighbors. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatteroo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop the throw. He'll try and do this himself. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, ready?
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They get this out quickly to the left side. Room here to run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to give that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Ready up.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Stretch the Eagles. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. He'll go right back to St. Brown. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ready, ready. Come on, come on. Hit. Cougar 77. Steady.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
70 Timberwolves. 65 Cowboy 80.
He'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try.
Let's go now.
Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Here's a second and 7. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go now.
To the air, Dart. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Just need a yard here, second and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here's Dart once more. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
This is third and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. But forget the run on third and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. To throw now, Dart. This is caught. And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Devin Singletary as the first half is winding down. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Giants 28, Lions 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cut back in, cut.
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gibbs. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 49 yards out. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Big strides, look at him go. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially roped-up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
At the 22-yard line.
Second down and 6 now.
Red. Cougar 19. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This to Laporta, right side. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I
know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be the inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense. Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Bronco 80.
They'll set up a throw. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run with Gibbs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 19 Cardinal, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jelani Woods from 4 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 33, here's 2nd down at a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Eagle, 60. Check out.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, Dart. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
19 Tigers. Right below 80. Wide. Get wide.
Here's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right of the yard. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock.
Dart from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What you don't want to see more, you want to see more, but you honestly saw life that slows you down. Your body is acting up, your mind is out of bounds, it's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
60 Bison. Hawk 70.
From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will take it on for a giant touchdown. Cam Scatterby. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute. of the third. Now Carlson for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, first and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up second and 12. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now it's the backup Goff. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to give that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long.
That's good. For a Lions first down. 24-yard gain on the play. And the Lions...
Throwing again is gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Dart. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 28 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like gold.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Here's Dart. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton from a yard out. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Giants 40, Lions 21. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal, Detroit.
To the left side, he finds Slaw. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. They'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Cam Scaraboo, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ready? 19, ready.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On play action, they'll throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Lions 28. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Come on.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
60 Bison.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the gun, here's Gone. And it is caught. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a 2nd and 2.
He drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Goff now to throw. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now down to 20. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game